Okay, I've got a quick game to show you guys where I basically want to talk over what happened and how you can stop making this mistake and why you should stop making this mistake. As you can see, my Wigglytuff was dead when the Rayquaza spawned, which is fine, it happens. And my Aegislash face checked into the whole enemy team, which again is fine, it happens. It's solo queue, right? It's a bit hectic, people don't really know what they're doing. But there's a really big mistake that my team makes in this game that gives us a lot lower chance of winning it, and I basically wanted to show you what that is. So I'm just going to run through here. I figured because my team are dying and my Wiggly was dead, who's the only one who could face check, it's better that we just... I look for a back cap. We can get a little bit of point score, not lead, but to catch up in this game. As you can see, we've lost 2 of our bases already. But yeah, my team walks up here and we get full white. We still have unites, which, again, like, it happens, right? Sometimes you just die before you get the chance to unite. I basically play out this end game to stall for as long as possible. I basically want to buy enough team time for my team to respawn and get back to base to defend, and to decide where they should be defending as well. I should die here, but for some reason Gengar doesn't kill me, so I make a little mistake, but I didn't get punished for it. I figured, why don't I just go back and look for the back cap again. I can get us a decent chunk back into the game. If we get a full wipe, I can pick up points from the enemy team that we kill, and then we can look to play from there. I think the first mistake that my team make is by not checking the Rayquaza's health, not checking the Rayquaza when they're dead. We know that they're going to be hitting it, and as soon as my team respawn, as you can see here, my Aegislash jumps. I mean, we have vision of the Rayquaza's health, right? I'm on the pad. My whole team should be looking at it at this point. They're all dead. They have nothing else to do. We know that we can't make it there in time to get for a steal, so here you kind of just have to say, right, they're going to get the Rayquaza. How can we break these shields off? My Aegislash is going all the way out here. Again, I don't know why. He can't make it in time for a steal, but it is what it is. My Delphox jumps mid. Where does my Cram go? My Cramorant goes mid as well. This is a massive mistake that I see players making all the time. We can't make it in time for the Rayquaza. The best thing that I could do here is score, back and defend. We all jump mid, so we can't really defend any of the pads that well. When we do defend, decide to defend a pad, we use all our unites on this outer pad. This is on 82. Venusaur has 50. Snorlax has 50 points. Venusaur has 45 points, I think. So the most amount of points that I get in here is 100. But for some reason, my team decides to defend this instead of the middle pad, where they can get up to like 400 points if they all went there. We really need to stop making this mistake where we defend the outer pads. The most that they can get is like 199 if the pad's set up on one perfectly. But most of the time that's not the case. Your pad's going to be on like 100 health and the enemy are going to put 100 points in it. Maybe they'll get some overcap if their support has a low amount of points, but it's pretty rare. In this situation, you should just give the outer points. In solo queue, people are going to want to score more points than they need to win the game. So we know if we had top pad here, we know someone would have went top, we know someone would have went bottom, and we probably know that maybe 2 people would have went each, 1 person or 2 person will be mid, and we can look to just defend mid. Give the outer points and defend mid. They can score as much as they want here mid. If my team was here and we had Delphox unite, these are all relatively squishy characters. I mean, they have Gengar and Sereno who are relatively squishy. And then Mime isn't too tanky either. If Delphox hadn't jumped mid, she would be sat right here, like down sort of here, I guess, would probably be the best place. Or maybe even in base. Or on the pad. And you'd basically just be looking for where the enemies are going. We can see 2 are going down here already, so you know that they're going to be coming from this side of the map up here. It's like a really silly mistake, and it gives us such a lower chance of winning this game because we need to score so many extra points. Obviously, I can't break 3 shields. By the time I get back to base. I'm a little bit slow back to base. Maybe you could argue I shouldn't go and score, but I think it's what gives us the highest chance of winning. But yeah, my whole team's just defending this bot point. Like, look, the enemies have lost their shields and they're still pushing for this goal. Like, we could have just given the 100 points here. We would have defended 400 middle, and then we can look to counter score. At that point, we probably only need 200 or 300 points. With a couple of kills, we can easily get those points. And then just the end game is what it is, isn't it? Like, it takes us so long to get to the enemy's base because these fights are stalled out, and then the enemies respawn, and we don't really have a chance. I think at the end of the game, I don't know if I recorded it, I think the recording finishes here. I think we lost by like 300 or 400 points, so it was definitely a winnable game with the repush. Another critical thing is that they get the Rayquaza relatively early. They get the Rayquaza at 125, so we have more than enough time to get kills, especially with something like Delphox Unite. Get kills, use Delphox Unite to defend. Delphox farms these, this, maybe there's something around here that they can farm as well, and they'll have their Unite for the repush. Like, this is such an easily winnable game if my team plays properly. Of course, there's so many factors that go into the game before this that I'm not going to blame it completely on my team. Like, I didn't play insanely well this game, I didn't really carry all that hard, so there's a lot of factors before, but removing all of that, this is what made us lose the game hardest, and it's a mistake that I'm seeing every single day that I play. When you die in this game, you really need to take a look at the map. I think if you see, even when I'm dead, I die all the way up here. Even when I'm dead, I'm watching what's going on. I'm gathering so much information whilst I'm dead. Let me see if I can find another death. Oh, there isn't one. But yeah, there's so much information to be gained on this game. Like, even here, I'm watching the Aleki, seeing where they go. I know that they're probably going to go bot, so I know that I need to head bot straight off spawn. I throw up a surrender vote because my team is really struggling this game. Wiggly makes the right play by going bot, but no one else went there, so we lose this point. Just another one of the things in the game where, like, make sure you're looking at your map. When my whole team's dead here, there's no reason that they can't just easily click on their map, see the Rayquaza's health, and they should know that they can't make it in time. It's half health by here, and my first teammate spawned. We should all know that we can't get it in here in time for a steal. So yeah, I guess that's it for this one. Stop making this mistake in your game. Defend the middle points when the enemies get like a 5-man clean Rayquaza fight, and they wipe you all and they're all alive. There's many situations where you can make it to a side lane to defend, but this for sure isn't one of them. Most of those times as well, it's not when you're dead. It's when you've let them have the Rayquaza, or they've stolen the Rayquaza and you can get in position because your whole team's alive. It's not because you've respawned and jump padded there. Yeah, I think that's all for this one. See ya.